on stream with your boy Helium Reaper. You know our guy SuperSpartan117j is chilling with us, my partner in pretty much every game we play. We are, we did Destiny 2 earlier, then we did a little bit of Overwatch. We ended that on a pretty sour note, getting our backsides handed to us in the 66 animations, but that's what happens. Now we're going to be going back into Anthem. First time streaming Anthem. Super Spartan's first time actually playing on Anthem. So I want to see how this goes. Maybe get a little stuff in with him. See if we can't start, finding out more. I'm just getting back into this game. I was talking about this on the Overwatch stream a little bit. I did get Anthem on release, but when it released, it released pretty much as a skeleton game. It wasn't very exciting. There wasn't much to do, so I ended up stopping. I stopped playing it for a while, and now I am just getting back into it, and this will be my first actual time playing again in probably 4 or 5 months. Obviously, like I said, this is Super Spartan's first time so we're gonna see how this goes. I've heard a lot of good things. I've heard they've added in cataclysms. I've heard they've added in more stuff to do mission-wise. I've heard the free roam has been expanded a little bit, so that is very, that gives me hopeful. This game is very clean. The graphics are very clean. The combat's very cool. The flight, all that stuff is very cool. The javelins, which is what this is, these are pretty sick. So I am excited about it. I'm gonna try and figure out how to bring in. I don't know how to bring in friends yet. That's kind of a pain in the butt. I wish there. I think there's supposed to be a way for you to like add people in. As far as how to do that, I have not figured that out. Oh, here, social. I assume that's got to be how it is. Yeah, squad. Invite players. Friends. Super Spartan. Send invitation. There we go. So we've got that.
Hold on, I gotta go through this real quick. I gotta talk to this guy.
You're fine. I'm gonna kind of do a little bit of work on my javelins while we wait. See, I gotta decide if I wanna.
Let's see what we've got to work with.
Which one of my javelins I want to play as today, because I've got 2 of them. I've got my ranger and my storm. No, so when you create your javelin, you get to choose which type of javelin you want to create. This is my storm right now. You get to choose which type of javelin you want to create, and then you don't get to choose again until you hit level, I want to say 16. I'm not 100% sure about that, but I know you do get to choose when you create. If I know you and I know your gameplay, you're probably going to pick. I can't remember what the bigger one is called. There's a class for it. Again, I haven't played in so long. But if you do pick one, it's probably going to be. I feel like knowing your style of gameplay, knowing how you like to be just this big heavy fist, this big heavy force of just straight damage on the battlefield, then that'll be you. Although pretty much every javelin, really, in its own way, has that ability. So
for Borderlands, are there like the same characters in each game, or are there different characters?
So for Borderlands, another one of my all-time favorite series, they're basically the same characters. In 1 and 2, the pre-sequel's sort of different. Between 1 and 2, they're kind of variations of each other. But then once you hit Borderlands 3, from what I'm to understand, they're completely different. They're all new. All the characters are new, so that'll be really interesting to see.
Do they have like the same playstyles, like with the same guns?
Yes. But their abilities and all that stuff are going to be different.
Are they like the hunter, the siren, and all that?
In Borderlands 1 and 2, that is still the case, I believe. But in Borderlands 3, they are completely different.
Okay, for when we play Borderlands 2, what are you gonna play?
When I play Borderlands 2, I used to play a Gunzerker, but I think I play the Soldier.
Okay, I play Hunter, so.
I want to see about what is there? What is around in game? Where can I go to find stuff? Strongholds. I know that got added in. Random mission. Random strongholds are locked. Strongholds. The Tyrant Mines. So, once you get in here, Tristan, we'll go and play. We'll go and try and do a stronghold, or we can do your missions. You can invite me, actually. Well, when you're ready, if you want to invite me, I'll come join you, and we'll do your missions.
My javelin yet.
That's fine. We got time. I'm just going into free play right now to kind of go around, get my feet back under me, kind of remember how to play. And so while you build your javelin, and then when you're ready to go into your actual mission, send me the invite and I'll join you, and we'll go tear it up.
Normal one?
What do you mean?
The Ranger, is that the normal?
The Ranger is, yeah, that is the one that I play. That is, I have a Ranger and I also have a Storm. I like both equally. Not a fan of the cape on the Storm, though. They gave the Storm one a cape. I'm not a fan. See, what I'm looking at right now, this is kind of what I talk about. I mentioned this, again, this is something I mentioned on the early Overwatch stream. This game is so... It's just, these load screens are incredible. They're long. I mean, as you can see, I've barely made any progress, and we're, what, 15 seconds, 20 seconds into the load screen. And, you know, that's maybe, what, like, oh, there we go. See, look, now we've got maybe, what's that, 5% of the bar, 10% of the bar? I don't know. But the load screens in this game are incredible. And I understand part of it because there's a lot of rendering. You know, the graphics are very detailed, and very, I mean, they're very good. I mean, as you can see just from this image that's right here, the graphics are incredibly good. They're incredibly down to detail, but, you know, unfortunately all that stuff has to load in and render, and that takes such a long time. So that is, I think that's probably my biggest complaint with this game, is the load screens. Second would probably be the lack of things to do, or figuring out what you're supposed to do next, because unlike most games, they really don't do a lot to point you in the right direction.
Exciting. Let's go.
See, I do like the flight, real smooth. I like the combat. There is something I want to look for. When I was playing this before, down in like this little bowl area, when I was playing this before, there was this massive, I think it was like a Titan or something like that, and it was just causing all kinds of trouble. Oh. I don't like the switching weapons either. The controls in this game kind of mess with me, because like switching weapons, in most video games, you know, the universal weapon switch is the triangle button, but in this game, you have to hold the square button down. And I'm not a fan of that. I don't even remember all my abilities, it's been so long. Resource harvesting is also important, which is why free play actually does come in handy. I do like this game. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it's not a bad game. And it wasn't even a bad game at release. I know it probably sounds like I'm giving it a big hit because, like I said, it released and it was very empty. And, I mean, it was bare bones minimum of video game. But, I do like this game. It is a really good game. The concept is really awesome. It's just, I'm not a fan of the just kind of the way it's set up. And I'm thinking it's probably because they probably wanted to do something different, but... What's up? Press your the big center pad. It should go to social, and you should be able to go from there. I'm literally just flying around right now, kind of remembering what to do, how to do it, all that stuff. That's the other thing I don't like, is you kind of overheat real quickly when it comes to flight. and I feel like that sort of takes away from the experience. I wish they would have made it the overheating, maybe giving you an extra, maybe 5 to 8 seconds. That's an invite. I'll go ahead and take that. Okay. We'll go through the load screen again. An error has occurred. Okay.